TaxCaddy kind of implements.
Oops, sorry.
Just say that.
I'm not sure it's, sorry, that was me. Go ahead.
So every year TaxCaddy, implements new features. And of course, security, they kind of beef up every year. So the first time you log in, probably for the beginning of the year, you are typically going to be asked to authenticate your information. So what they will do is send a code. Your cell phone is attached to your account. So they will typically send an authentication code. Now, for most of you, this probably is not uncommon because this is kind of what every company is turning to is, these duo multi-factor authenticators. They want to make sure it's you. There's so many, scammers out there that, they're really adding these extra security measures. So obviously you're at TaxCaddy.com, and this is kind of what the homepage looks like over here on the left, and everybody should be able to see that, right, on the left hand side.
We're seeing your PowerPoint.
Yes.
Oh, okay, let's see here. Hold on 1 second.
I'm not sure what you want us to see, Jen.
Yeah, there's some snippets of the login, so I just wanted to show you.
Oh, so slide 3.
Okay.
Okay, yep. So, wrong place. Okay, so here we are. We are on the TaxCaddy website. Okay, so TaxCaddy.com. That will get you to this page right here. Okay, so up here at the top, there's just some kind of helpful things as well. There's a demo, a help center. The help center has a lot of great articles as far as what's accepted, how to access different areas. And again, you're always welcome to send me an email or a message to find out more. So, sorry about that. So we're back to the,
Are we on slide 3 or slide 4?
We're back, we're on the TaxCaddy website right now.
Oh.
So that's what you should be seeing is the website login.
We're only seeing your PowerPoints.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're seeing the whole thing.
I'm seeing some things labeled 1, 2, and 3. Is that?
Yeah, I'm seeing slide
Okay.
3.
All right, there we go. I think I've got it now. Is that
No, I'm seeing the whole thing. Wait a minute. By the name of it.
They'll just have PowerPoint shared.
You share. Then
Yeah, you're not in slideshow.
oh, okay, there we go.
you can go screen.
Oh,
Right.
There
there
we
we
go.
go.
There we are.
All right, that changed.
Sorry guys, I thought I was tech savvy and I am not. So that's why I need Jacob here with me. New share.
Screen. That's gonna show anything that pops up on your screen.
Okay. Oh goodness. I'm so sorry. I had the wrong
There we
thing
go.
checked. Okay. So we should be back in business. You should see the TaxCaddy login screen. Is everybody there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here I've created just kind of a generic account for myself. And again, I know most of you have already logged in. So I'm going to log in. It didn't ask me when I just logged in for the, the authentication because it had asked me previously. So typically it doesn't ask you every time. If you haven't logged in a while, it's probably going to ask you. Okay. So I think most of you are familiar with this screen. So right now we're in the 2022 tax year. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're always selecting the appropriate year. Okay. So this right here is where we're going to go and find any documents that apply to this tax year. Okay. So there are specific types of forms that are accepted. PDF, Excel, Word document. I believe those are the 3 main types of documents that are accepted into TaxCaddy. And what you can do is just drag and drop those documents from your desktop. Okay, so you don't have to, go find them somewhere else. If you drag them and drop them right in here, then that'll upload to us. Okay. So
Do they accept JPEGs?
JPEGs are not accepted, no.
That's a nuisance, you know.
Let me see here. Sorry, hold on one second.
If you use Adobe, you can convert JPEGs to PDFs.
Yeah, I
Right.
know I can do that. It's just irritating. Thank you.
Yeah, so, and again, right here in the, let's see.
So if you scan a document, I think it becomes a PDF.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
That's
typically
correct.
it does, yeah.
Okay.
Although for most
So,
scanners, you
again-
can change the settings to go to PDF if you need.
Yeah.
So these are items that I uploaded for myself to
Wow.
view. So this is, just a generic client organizer right here, okay? So overview, the tabs up here are pretty self-explanatory. Tax returns is going to be anything that we upload to you, okay? So once your tax returns are completed, you will see them right here labeled, okay? You will also see them under that main screen under overview. They're going to be right here, okay? And it's going to tell you what's new. If you have viewed it, that will create that check mark right there. If you have not completed that task or viewed that, then it's going to have this, half circle here, okay? So again, documents right here, just kind of a way for you to see what you have sent us under uploaded documents right here. So you see, I have uploaded just a few documents. Requested items, I sent most of you or all of you that are in here, the questionnaire. So that is going to show up under requested items along with the engagement letter. So you're able to just click right through and fill that out electronically, okay?
So the requested items would be in the engagement letter.
The engagement letter will be in the requested items because that
Okay.
is me requesting that engagement letter is signed by you, okay? Once your tax return is done and you can sign the e-file once everything looks good, that's going to show up under the requested items, okay? Because that's me saying, I'm requesting you to sign the 8879, the e-file form. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep. Can we e-sign the engagement letter?
Yes, you can do that right here under requested items. And
Okay.
again, this overview is just kind of going to be just the synopsis of everything. So of course I don't have much going on right here because this is a test account, but that is typically going to show up right here. So you'll be able to click on it from this main screen. Okay. These are just different areas. Again, we're not going to do anything with 2023, but later in the year, when you start to receive, let's say you sell a house and you have those closing statements, you could go ahead and drop those into the 2023 document because it's not going to affect anything for 2022. However, it's not applicable to your 2022 tax return.
So with that in mind, so the engagement letter is sort of because we've been doing our taxes with you guys for a long time, so I know that I typically send, but I'm assuming that like for me, it's Patrick, that he would go in there and say, hey, Betsy, you're still missing X, Y, and Z, and then that would come through requested, or would that come through an email from him?
Yep. It may come from an email. It may come from the message right here. I know a lot of you have communicated through this messaging right here.
Okay.
To say, hey, I'm still waiting on, this document. So the nice thing is under documents right here is you can see what you have sent me. So you're able to see, sometimes people send stuff off and they're like, oh, I don't know. I thought I gave you that, but you can see everything that you've sent me. Okay. So if you sent it to me, it's going to show up right here in this section. If I'm going to send you a message and say, hey, I'm still missing your W-2 from PNC, you can see right here that I haven't received it.
Okay.
So again, requested items is anything that myself or someone from my team is going to send you to probably sign or review. Okay. And then uploaded documents is anything that you're going to upload. Now, I do have clients that, instead of sorting, when you upload a document, it'll ask you, I'll drag and drop a document in here to kind of show you. Hold on, whoops, sorry. Oh, I guess I only have one screen. So when you upload right here, it's going to ask you, oh, here we go. Okay. So it'll ask you which folder, which section that you would like it to go to. Okay. So here is a list. This is the popular ones. Okay. These are the common documents that most everybody has. This is a list of more items. Okay. So if you
Where
have
did you find the list of more items?
it's under, so it's automatically defaults to show popular, and this show all shows everything.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Yep. So there's different things here. And again, if you're not sure where to put it, you can put it under other. We can determine that once we receive the documents. Okay. So
Okay, I sorted out. Just scrolling through something.
So this will be the first time that I'm using this. Just again, I've never scanned the W-2 that I get in the mail. I'm assuming that it would be secured on my computer, and then this TaxCaddy is secured.
right. And
Yes.
it is secured. That's why there's, the duo authenticator, and then the security piece on our side as well. So it is, that's one of the features that they are very proud of, is, the security factor. So
Okay.
does that make sense? So that's kind of the requested and the uploaded documents. Again, right here, you can go in and look and see what you had in the prior years. If this is, your second season using TaxCaddy, you can see the returns that I've, or someone from my team has uploaded to you from last year. You can see messages. Anytime that you're sending a message or you're uploading a document, I would just advise to be under this 2022 year. Okay. Because if you're not, we have to go in, and it's okay. We have to go in and physically move it to the appropriate folder on our end. So it just takes a little bit more time. So right here under messaging, I know most of you have gotten familiar with this. If you're not sure, where's my return? Send me a message and just say, checking on the status of my return, or waiting on W-2. Sorry, I can't spell this morning. So this will send. Okay, so I am the person that gets all of these messages. So I see them. I typically respond, as soon as possible. I try to find the answer and, get back to you if I'm not sure what the answer is. So whether I forward it to the person preparing your tax returns, or I, answer it myself. So messaging is right here. So what I will do, if you give me any important information that pertains to your tax return, I have the option on my end to save all of these messages to your file. Okay. So if you tell me, hey, I donated $500 to the Salvation Army, I can save this to your file, and I can put that in your charitable contributions folder. So those are kind of just nice features, as well. So anything that, you want to send me through here, I can save this to your file, like I said, and, the person preparing the return will be able to go in and see our message thread here. So right here under tax returns, this is anything, again, that was uploaded to you. So it'll say federal. If you have a state return, it's going to say state return. It'll say other returns, I believe, is the other piece of it. So that would be city, school district, anything like that. Okay. Right here under tax payments, this is going to be anything that's due. It's going to automatically default to the 2022 year. So anything that's due with your 22 return is going to be right here. Now there is right up at the top again, tax year for 2023, this is where you will see estimated tax payments, okay? So if you owe a first quarter, second quarter estimate, you're going to be able to see this information right here. My team will tell you that in a message, you know, that you have a payment due of, you know, XYZ, and you'll find out that under the 2022 tab. If you have an estimated payment, again, you'll need to just flip to the screen to say 2023. Okay, so this is all going to be laid out as well in this overview section, but this is kind of where each document lies, is under these separate tabs up here. So this invoice tab, we typically don't use, okay? So you won't see anything in here. TaxCaddy charges a service fee to pay your invoice. So again, your Whalen invoice is going to be under tax returns, and I added a new tab that this year that says Whalen invoice. So that's where you will see your invoice. Okay, so again, we're logged into our account and we have a question. We want to know how to do something. These different options up here, settings, you can, you know, change your password. You can say how often you want notifications, security. You can turn this on to where it asks you for that authentication every time you log in. Okay.
How do you see notifications? Excuse me. How does it come through?
It'll come through an email. So it'll,
okay.
yeah, yep.
Okay.
So it'll say, you know, it may say you have a new message in TaxCaddy, you have a new document to view in TaxCaddy. So it'll send you an email. Okay. So
Okay.
you can change all of these settings to what works for you. Okay. Nothing here is set in stone. Again, this is all what works for you. Okay, so smart links here. This is a feature that's really nice if you have investment statements. So what you can do is, let's say you have Charles Schwab 1099 investment statements. You can link your TaxCaddy account to Charles Schwab directly. That way, when those 1099 investment statements are available, they will just pull right into TaxCaddy automatically. Okay, so if there's any changes, if those statements get updated, which I'm sure we've all experienced, where, you know, they've made corrections and you receive a corrected copy, you know, a month after you receive the first original copy, that'll automatically upload into TaxCaddy if you have your smart links connected. So you can connect, you know, ADP is on here. There's different sources on here as well that you can connect your W-2. As soon as your W-2 is made available, it'll automatically upload into TaxCaddy. Okay, so right now, these are the partnered institutions that you can securely share files with TaxCaddy. Is this list right here, okay? Let's go back to okay, so we have covered, let's see. We have covered logging in. Again, there is a little icon at the bottom of the login, the main TaxCaddy page. And if you need help resetting your password, anything like that, before you're even able to get into TaxCaddy, that feature is just a chat feature. And then it also, there's an option to connect to a live agent. That's where you will reset your passwords. Unfortunately, from my end, I'm not able to reset passwords, but they're pretty quick getting back to you if you don't speak to someone directly through the chat.
Yeah, I just tried to log in and I was surprised it said I already had an account. And so I tried a couple passwords. It seemed to work. It said send the link, and I did that and it blew up. So I set it aside for the time being. I'll I'll go
Okay.
back to
And
it.
I'm happy to help anyone, outside of here as well. So
Okay.
again, uploading documents, you can simply click on here, drag and drop anything that you need into that 2022 folder. It'll want you to select the category. Again, if you're in a hurry and you're like, I don't have time to sort through and tell you where all these documents go, you can just drop them all into other, and our team can kind of sort through them as well. So right here, again, you're going to want to make sure you select the correct tax year. It's automatically going to default to the current tax year, which is 2022. So you shouldn't need to go out of your way to, make sure anything's selected. And there is an option when you're uploading those documents. There's a button right here. You can't see it on my end, but it says done. So if you would click that when you have received everything or think you've received everything, that'll notify me that you not when you're done for the day, but when you've received all of your tax documents. If you click that done button, that will notify me that you are done uploading. So your return is ready to be prepared. Okay.
Okay.
So that's under documents. You will see done. Again, select that when you've received all of your documents, and it will ask you if you would like to notify tax professional, and you can select yes. Now you can upload additional documents if you receive them. Just because you select done does not mean that you can't go back in and add more documents, because you're still able to. Okay. So like I said, on the main login screen, you'll see this little icon in the bottom left corner if you need to reset your password or need any assistance with logging in. Okay. And we've kind of walked through reviewing your completed returns. And we've walked through messaging. Tax payments as well. This is where if you owe anything, this is where you're going to see. And most people throughout the year will go in and just mark paid. So that's an option. There's 3 little dots, and you can just click on those and mark paid. Okay, so that just tells us that you've made your estimated payments. Most of you know if you do owe estimates, that's a question that we ask you. That's something we need to know when preparing the return. So
Jen, if we've not used TaxCaddy before, but you've prepared all our returns, are those on here so that if I wanted to look at, say, 2020 and clicked on it, I just start up a new account and go 2020?
they're not. If you have not used TaxCaddy before, they're not going to be in there in the prior years.
Okay.
So if you needed assistance with me uploading something to you, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know outside of here.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that is kind of the main thing, the main concepts of TaxCaddy. I did want to say with the e-file being signed through TaxCaddy, I know clients have had issues in the past. If you are a single person filing a return, it doesn't seem to be as much of a problem. If you have a spouse that needs to sign, after you, they will ask you for your spouse's phone number. And the reason that they do that is because they are going to send that authentication to the spouse so that they're able to sign the return as well. So there are knowledge-based questions that are asked, and that, that's kind of a guideline from the IRS that they need to ask you these knowledge-based questions. So they may ask, did you ever live at, one of these streets? And it'll list 3 street names. Okay. So those aren't questions that Whalen per se comes up with. These are just knowledge-based questions that are generated based on, your history. So there is an option, again, if you have a spouse that needs to sign the second piece of the e-file, and you can click an option that says, I have the same phone number. That way, if you share a phone number, it'll send that authentication security code to that same phone number. Okay, so again, if you have any issues, please feel free to send me a message. You have my email as well. You can give me a call. This isn't supposed to be a frustrating, sharing platform. This is supposed to be beneficial for our clients. And as our firm moves, towards automation and electronically delivery, we really are, trying to utilize the features of this more. So.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions or comments?
Not yet. No, this will be the first time I'll use it. So it'll be, just interesting. I think you did a good walkthrough. So
I have a
on that
question.
front.
Oh, sorry.
William, you go first.
Okay, I have a question about e-signing. I don't have a piece of equipment I can use to e-sign. I don't have a thing with a tablet.
Do you have, so are you on a desktop now or
I'm on
what?
a desktop and I do
Okay,
not
so
have-
you don't have to be on a tablet or a cell phone. You're not physically signing. That's the thing with electronic signatures,
Oh,
is that you're basically authenticating is how that works.
that's
Okay.
fine. Thank you. I
Yeah.
understand. Fine.
On that front, I wanted to mention, so as you heard, we are recording this session, so that will be made public. The other thing is we have, I believe it was last year before tax season, produced 2 videos. They're just basic how-to tutorials on getting started with TaxCaddy. I can send those out afterwards. That way, if you guys have questions along the time or just, kind of want a video to guide you through the getting started process that you can kind of follow along.
Yeah.
yeah, that would be great.
All right.
Okay, are there any more questions?
No.
And I'll put again, I think most of you have my email. I'm just gonna put it in the chat right here, just in case anyone wants to reach out to me. Again, if you send a message
You have it?
through TaxCaddy, I'm the one that it comes to. So I just put my email right here. It's jbilka@whalencpa.com. And again, there's probably, I'm going to talk to in some capacity throughout the year. So feel free to reach out to me. I work, pretty closely with the 2 tax partners, Bruce Berry and Patrick McClary. So yeah, if anyone has any questions.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
I know
Very
Jacob
helpful.
had, yeah, of course. I know Jacob had one more thing to add regarding workshops.
Yes.
So I'll let him-
So look forward. So I will be sending out updates periodically about the upcoming workshops for the following months. This year, as you guys know, Richard retired. So I'm now working with Lisa, and we are talking about maybe putting on a series that will really, engage and explore the space we're in right now in 2023. So look forward to that. After this meeting, I will be sending out those videos I mentioned, the how-to tutorials. That will come personally to your email, and you'll just have a link to our YouTube. And for any other questions, feel free to reach out to Jen, or as the event organizer, you definitely have my email. So you can always reach out to me and I can pass along a message.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Very welcome. Thank you all for joining us today.
All right. You guys have a great rest of your week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Yep.
Thank you.